You can look at me, actually.
Look at Marty.
How long, have you been at Little Mill forever?
I was actually a junior member here for 2 years when I was 16 and 17. But other than that, Little Mill forever.
That's actually good advice because we can ask you about knowing the golf course. All right, you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Just talk about today's round. You looked like you're pretty solid out there.
I started off pretty well. I was hitting a lot of good shots on the front nine. I don't think I made any bogeys until about number 12, coincidentally, when I saw you guys. Yeah, the putter was was working pretty well. The greens are fast out there, so you're going to have a lot of 3-4 footers for your second putt, and I happen to be making those, so it was nice. You know, I know generally where to hit it off the tee here, because there's a little bit more room than it looks. So most in the drive room play, and just making some putts.
You play out of Little Mill, but you did play out of here previously as a junior golfer.
Right.
How much did that knowledge help you today?
I mean, I've played here probably 40 or 50 times because of that. And, you know, it definitely helps because there's some intimidating shots around here. And if you don't know what club to hit or where to hit it, you know, it just makes it that much more difficult. But I will say, I probably haven't played here in 5 years. So, you know, that knowledge, like, we'll see how good my memory is.
First mid-am for you just based on age. You know, you just turned 25 last June.
Right.
Any nerves playing in an event like that?
I mean, I would say that, you know, just finishing law school, I still kind of have the nerves of the final exams, and I feel like it kind of carries itself with me to the golf course. So, you know, I wasn't necessarily comfortable the whole time out there, but, you know, I kept hitting good shots, so it worked out.
You've had a pretty good spring, obviously, with winning the GAP team matches, captaining that.
Yeah.
Have you been able to practice more, play more? Is it just kind of you're in a good groove right now?
The last 3 weeks I've played much more golf. You know, school ended, so I've had 3 weeks to play. You know, then I start studying for the bar, so this is kind of my window.
Where did you graduate law school from?
Rutgers.
And your undergraduate degree?
St. Joe's.
So what's the bar? What's that kind of like?
Well, a week from yesterday, the first day after Memorial Day weekend, it's pretty much 9 to 5 studying every day for 7 weeks before you take the bar. And I would imagine it'll cut into my golf time substantially. And not only that, I don't think my mind will really be in the right place on the golf course with that.
What kind of law are you studying?
Just law. I have a civil clerkship next year.
Let's just talk a little bit about today. If you could run maybe through your birdies and what you hit in there. You birdied number 3, 167-yard par 3. What'd you hit in there?
I had a good 7-iron to about, I would say, 15 feet, and I made the putt.
Is that killing us, by the way?
Not just, I mean, we're doing what we can.
Okay. So you're 1 under, then you birdied the par 5.
Par 5, I had a really good drive. I hit 6-iron to 30 feet short, and I 2-putted.
How far was that 6-iron?
About 195.
So you hit a really good drive there.
It was, it was downwind.
Okay. And then you birdied 9 to make the turn.
I birdied 9. I played the hole up 18's fairway, actually. And, that's just a little bit of course knowledge. You can play it up 18's fairway and have a good approach to that pin. And I hit it to about 8 feet and made the putt.
What club did you hit in there?
Pitching wedge.
Is that 140 for you?
No, I hit it from about 120. I just kind of punched it.
So what are you thinking at the turn?
At the turn, I was just pleased to be playing well. I've had, I guess, last summer, I had quite a few early leads after the first 9. I was starting to think that I was a sprinter and not a good for the whole round. So I just kind of wanted, to stay comfortable and keep hitting good shots.
On 12, you made your first bogey. Looked like you went a little long there with your approach.
I hit it in the rough, and the rough you can get some bad lies. Not bad lies. It's just pretty thick, so you got to really swing to get it out of it. And it kind of just flew over the green, and the media arrived, you too, and
And that was like, what, a 10-footer for par?
I'd say it was about 10 feet.
And what'd you hit over the green?
6 iron.
From?
Probably 180.
Okay. But then you get it back on track on 14.
14 was the par 3. I hit a 6 iron to about 8 feet, and I made the putt.
Above the hole, below the hole?
Behind the hole.
Then you bogey the next par 5, number 15.
I was in between going for it and laying up, so I decided to lay up. I laid it up too close to the green, and I hit my 50-yard shot short of the green, and I didn't get up and down. And at that point, I was just trying to hold it together because I know that 16, 17, 18 are 3 of the toughest holes, finishing holes anywhere around here. So I just kind of wanted to keep it in play.
You escaped both of those, or first 2 with 2 pars.
Right.
And then on 18 you had a bogey. What, trouble off the tee, or?
I was just in the rough on the left side, and with the hazard in front, I wanted to err on the side of safety. I erred left, and it was just a tough up and down. I hit it to about 15 feet and I missed it. But I mean, I would say if you can get through 16, 17, 18, 1 over, that's about par, to be honest. I was pleased with that.
So what do you take, what's your game plan for tomorrow, you know, or how do you approach tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I mean, really, I'm just going to try to stay relaxed. I hit balls with my good friend who's kind of been helping me with my swing, Steve Saraki, yesterday, and I might just talk to him, see if he has any tips, and just try to stay patient out there.
Are you a stack and tilt guy? Isn't that what Steve does?
I would say I'm a modified. I have a stack and tilt instructor. Whatever he tells me, I don't know whether it's necessarily like spot on stack and tilt, but I listen to what he says.
Gap-wise, victories?
Junior boys,
anything
right?
Close, right?
No, I lost in the finals of the junior boys.
To who that year?
I lost to
Is that
John
Salem?
Salem.
At Running Deer?
Correct.
Come on, give me juice for that.
That's really good. I'll give you juice if you know the year. I think I know the year. Was that 2002?
No, was it that long
I believe
ago?
it was 2002.
I was going to say 4, but I could be just getting older.
I'm getting old too.
And
Ryan,
go ahead. I'm sorry, you made match play in the amateur, how many times?
I made match play 3 out of the last 4 years.
And that's the first time you've made match play, right?
Right. I didn't play in it 2 years ago, so the last 3 times I've played, I mean.
And how far have you gotten, do you remember?
Just to the round of 16 twice, no further than that.
And do you play in any Jersey State stuff?
Yeah, not this year, but in the past I've probably played in the state am for 10 years in a row. I would say my only success, I won the state junior twice when I was younger, but success has escaped me for a little while.
Good, Tony.
No, I was just going to feed off what you were saying about mindset for tomorrow. And Ryan, you mentioned it earlier, you know, last year there were spots where you did have a lead in competition, but kind of got away from you. I was going to just ask, you know, call yourself more of a sprinter in those occasions. You know, obviously this is more of a marathon type environment. What do you need to do tomorrow to get yourself in that marathon?
I would say my golf game is really just based on trends. If I start hitting the ball well, most times I hit the ball well for the rest of the round or for the majority of the round. And if I start hitting the ball poorly, it kind of sticks with me as well. You know, I'm not the kind of person that one bad shot, one good shot. It's usually pretty consistent one way or the other. So I would hope that tomorrow the good shots show up early and I can kind of stick with them for the rest of the round.
Good. Thanks, man. Awesome.
I appreciate it.
Great job.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.